Hello, Sean.
Ah, there you are. I've already heard the news. But of course you wouldn't be here if it weren't a success. I'm glad it worked, but I'm glad you're safe.
We're all safe now.
For now. Yes, but there will always be threats. You must remain vigilant. Allie has always been loyal to the Institute, and to me. You can rely on her for help. Once I'm gone, it's all up to you.
Isn't there some other way? Some other treatment that could help you?
Nothing permanent, no. The inevitable could be delayed, but at increasingly terrible cost, I simply decided it wasn't worth it. Don't worry about me. You need to look ahead. Focus on the future. Our time together has been strange, hasn't it? I spent years wondering what you were like. Thinking about all we missed out on. I want you to know that I'm grateful for the time we've had.
I'm glad I found you.
As am I. Thank you. Mother, you've helped a boy achieve his dreams. I think I'd like to sleep now.
Is he dying right now?
I'm looking.
I've lost Sean. All over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this. Before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant, and the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This was not the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I thought I hoped I could find my family. Cheat time, make us whole again, the way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. The road ahead will be hard. This time I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes.
Well, I made it to the end. Only died 500 times. And now I'm looking at a blank screen. Hi, this is me in the future. I really dragged my feet with editing this one after I finally got done with finals, so I have since played and beaten this game 5 times. When I first beat this game, I thought there must be a better option than siding with the Institute, but I was totally wrong. Totally fucking wrong. I realize that people will disagree with me, but this is how I see it. First off, the Brotherhood of Steel, douchebags. Plain and simple. They see synths the same way the Institute sees them, but they want them all to die, as well as everyone who helps synths. That's including the Railroad. Also, you have to interact with Madison still, and she's even more bitchy to you as a Brotherhood of Steel person because she hates the Brotherhood of Steel. So that's another minus. The Railroad I had high hopes for, but they kind of force you into being a horrible piece of trash. They make you manipulate your son and like pretend to be on his side and eventually stab him in the back and pretty much murder a dying man. So that sucks. They even have you backstab a lot of the people that were in the Institute that were helping them, like, bring out synths, which also is kind of super douchey of them. Oh man, the conversation you have with Sean right before you kill him in his bed, I might add, is super horrible. So, Railroad sucks too. Now, the Minutemen, I think, were really the only option left that were not horrible pricks. But if you side with them, you kind of leave the Commonwealth in like this huge mess where the Institute is gone, but you still have the Railroad with the Synths, and you still have the Brotherhood of Steel after the Railroad, and it's like, it just pretty much chaos. And whatever side you choose, you can still build up the Minutemen and be the general and all that stuff. So it's kind of like, why would you choose them specifically? I don't know. So in the end, I'm sticking with the Institute. I'm playing a game right now, like a new game, just for the fuck of it. That makes no sense. I can't speak English, just for the hell of it. That is better. When you side with the Institute, you can reunite with your son, you can have some quality time, and then after everything is said and done, you control the Institute, which is the Commonwealth's boogeyman, and you could make it whatever you want to make it. I mean, I'm sure you have a lot of people to deal with inside the Institute, like, Ayo, which you could not kill, but I got rid of him. And, just everyone in there. The directors, they have a lot of power, and they could mutiny against you, so it'll be a little hard going, but I feel like you can do the most good in the Institute, especially since they're developing technologies that could, withstand the radiation and, clean the water maybe, and plant better plants with better yields and stuff like that. I know that in a vault that I did not visit on this playthrough, but I think it's like Vault 81, they're also researching better plants. But I think the Institute has more resources, and I think they'd be better at doing it. The only real huge issue is that they are planning on replacing humans with synths, so that is a little fucked up. But I think that even though that is their ultimate plan, you as the player would have more control over the fate of the Commonwealth as the director of the Institute. As for the game as a whole, I don't really like how determined your character is at the start of the game. You're married, you have a son, you're either a soldier or a lawyer. And I realize there has to be a little bit already decided, because especially since it's got voice acting built in. But it's just, how do I say this? It's the most thought out character, I guess. That sounds really bad how I'm saying that. But it's the most thought out character out of all, like, the modern Fallout games. Like, there's no really any room for you to make up your own story, which would be a huge turnoff to a lot of players, I know. It's definitely an immersion killer, but it's still a fun story.
I'll keep the area secure.
Another issue I have is the fucking romance. The fucking romance. What is the point of the romance? Like, seriously, I did not pursue any romantic options in this playthrough, but I figured I should at least try it in, like, the second or third game I played. I can't remember. But there's literally no point. No point at all. Like, the only thing that changes is you get a buff for a couple hours when you sleep, and your partner, whatever, is near you, and their greeting to you changes whenever you come up to them. I mean, 90% of the romance path is the same exact thing as just being friends with them. It's like, what is the point of this? Why'd they even put that in here? I don't get it. But anyway, I still really like the game, and I have since modded it to hell, and I've also taken the time to get all the achievements, and so now I'm just sitting here waiting for DLC. as for what's next on my list, I've been working on Sokaigi a little more. That takes me a while because I have to go back and like dub over the things because I'm really bad at simultaneous interpretation. So if I start trying to like work on it really, really hard during the game, I'll get totally lost. Also, I've been super addicted again to Don't Starve. I started playing Don't Starve Shipwrecked, and I've gotten a little far. I still really suck, but I figured I'd at least do a video for each one of the seasons. I've also been going through my box of PS1 and PS2 games that I got in storage. A lot of them are Japanese, but I do have English ones too. And I've just been getting all nostalgic. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.